Gotta figure this out. If you know something, Planty, tell me. Worth a shot.
Okay, we haven't talked in a while. My brain is working pretty good today, so I'm able to talk. We'll see how that goes. But I want to talk about, because I saw on the PlayStation Store the new DLC for Hitman. I think it's World of Assassination. I don't know how I feel about it. I can't, like, I'm against it, to be clear, 100% against it. But there are so many arguments that you can make for it that my stance could be entirely wrong, because we are talking about just morality of it, but the DLC is about protecting Bruce Lee, which is cool and all. I've been seeing this all over the place, where we are bringing the dead back to life and putting words into their mouth, or do things that are made up, is the best way I can put it. So for, like, I'm guessing Bruce Lee's gonna talk in this game. He's not just gonna be there, you know, we're gonna watch him fight or help him protect, protect him from the fight, or to help him protect him all the way to the fight. No, Charlie, leave him alone. Dog wants to play with the cat. My caveat to my argument, where I'm standing, which is 100% against it, is as long as the family has permission, or gave permission, and the family of Bruce Lee is making the money, I guess it's okay, because the dead doesn't care about what we do with them. They're gone. Their job is done, whatever they were here for. Their lifespan is complete. It just, we're doing a form of necromancy that I don't like. Like, I guess we're just gonna, let me play a little bit. I just don't like the prospect of seeing someone that passed, left a great legacy, to be tampered with modern tech. How do I grab it? There it is. No. So, for example, a big negative to where it reinforces my stance is, forgive me if I don't remember his name exactly, James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, was used as a AI voice for Fortnite. And for a brief time, people, of course, being people, were able to make him say racial slurs, and kind of damaging his persona, I guess you could say. Not really reputation, because his reputation is kind of like solid, and it's cemented in stone. But he said racial stuff, and said a lot of stuff that he definitely wouldn't say. Or like oh god, I'm forgetting his name. Stan Lee. Stan Lee is going to be used. There's a recent video on Penguin Zero. Stan Lee is going to be used to talk to fans that liked him or liked his movies. And he's going to be saying stuff that we don't know if he would have said or not because he's deceased. His time has passed. He left a legacy and he was abused for it. If you know the story of Stan Lee, Marvel was not kind to him. They made him do a lot of stuff he didn't want to do and they abused him. Everyone around him has cooperated with that. And by cooperated, I mean they were part of the abuse as well. Stanley didn't live a very good end of his life. And the fact that they're parading now his likeness and his voice to make more money off of him because they own the rights to his likeness, I do not like it. We need a new regulation that, I don't know, that gives us some wiggle room to where like this is okay and this is not. Because right now it's the Wild West. People are gonna to bring a controversial thing. Charlie Kirk's assassination. The day after he got assassinated, they used his likeness and his voice to be played in a church to, you know, have a mini goodbye ceremony for him. And that's dangerous because he was already a fundamentalist and an insane person. So to use his death as a fire starter, I don't know. It's hard for me to be okay with that. And if I'm not okay with that, then I can't be okay with the people that I like doing the same thing. Also, the new Fast and Furious movie that's coming out, or that's been greenlit to be made, they're bringing Brian back. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I'm assuming it's AI, and maybe it has the permission of the brother. They're gonna use his likeness again to, you know, to digitally bring him back. And that's one of the things where if the family's okay with it and they're being a part of the project, then I guess it's okay, but then you're not really, I can't really say you're not really healing, because it could be a form of healing. There's a lot of arguments back and forth. I'm aware and I am open to the arguments. I'm still against it though. I just don't know how to think. I don't. We're in an uncomfortable territory, and right now with the unstable of the U.S. government, there's no regulations that we can pass that we would all be satisfied with. We need to get Trump out of office so we can, you know, have proper authority again. Man.
This colony ship sucks.
This that's funny. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now with this whole AI thing. I just don't like where this is at. And it's one of those things where, because another argument that can be against my argument is we have games that are based on history. Like I recently did a video which I wasn't happy about, is Easy Red 2 or Red Easy 2, I forget which. Still playing the game, I still like it. Very it's definitely a downgrade to what it was, and it's not nearly as fun because of the constant lag, the freezing and all that, but you are still able to have these massive epic battles without it being multiplayer, which is really cool. but you are essentially playing dead people. You're bringing them to life, so a company that made the game makes money off of their history, what they did. So you gotta find your morality, and it's not an easy morality to have because there's going to be a lot of caveats to what we're arguing for and against when it comes to bringing the dead back to life. Like one of the things that I've argued in the past when Battlefield 5 came out is I despised that game because they changed the characters, they changed the missions, they made it very historically inaccurate on purpose so we can be, I guess, engaged instead of having the real story of, like the submarine part. It wasn't just women, there was like 16 commandos and they took a submarine without firing a shot. Yeah, the whole thing, that whole mission was completely made up, and they changed the names and everything. But at the same time, like what I'm arguing is they didn't make money off of the people that died there. They actually made own characters, they changed the missions, so it's not necessarily disrespecting them as they didn't use the people that died there or were involved in that mission. It's an it's a conundrum that I don't like being in. um I don't know what else to say after that. I just don't like where we're going, but at the same time there's not only no laws or regulations against it, but there's a lot of arguments that can be made both sides. It could be healthy for the person, to have a fake person that they care dearly for talk to them. But at the same time, are they really healing? There would have to be studies on that. You got to talk about how, like, big political figures bringing them back to life so they can give speeches again to, I guess followers, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Like let's say because right now we're in a civil rights crisis where we're having to refight for our rights again, even though we already won those battles. Let's say we bring Martin Luther King Jr. back, and he starts making very excellent speeches about how we need to march again to the Salem, or like if Bernie passes, will we still allow him to give speeches? Because he's getting old. I love the man. He's needs to retire, but we kind of need him right now. But when he passes, will we still like using his likeness and his speech patterns to guess, is my best estimation of what he would say if he was still alive at this time? I don't like it. I don't like this conundrum. I prefer to have the dead rest and we move on, but there are arguments for both sides.